In a world in search of streaming guidance, two mild-mannered wannabe film critics bring you their reviews on the latest streaming releases. Nerds by art and heart. This is Real Streamers with Eric and Ryan.
From Los Angeles, California, chilly Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the show. I'm Eric.
And I'm Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Eric.
Welcome to the show, movie fans. We're going to be reviewing a movie today. We have topics of discussion. We're going to rate the movie based on our Reels rating system. And after all that, we have some entertainment/movie news. Ryan, how are you, my friend? How's everything?
I am well, thank you. Everything is great. Got my second dose of the vaccine. Feel awesome.
Ooh.
Go out there and see some movies.
I heard that second dose could be a doozy.
It could be. Yeah, I think it just depends. I think either one is going to get you. Because I know for me, the first time I got the doozy, the second time I didn't get anything. And for other friends, it was vice versa too. So
interesting. It depends on the person, huh?
Yeah, kind of makes sense. I mean, all our bodies are built different anyway, so we're going to react differently.
Right. Sounds good. All right, man. Let's get into it here. Today's movie, currently sitting at 82% on Rotten Tomatoes, starring Kristen Wiig, Annie Mumolo, Jamie Dornan, directed by Steven Greenbaum. This is Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
I'm Star, short for Starbra.
Assume yours is Barbara.
Nope, just Barb. Plain old Barb.
I want to thank Barb and Star for hosting tonight's Talking Club and for making their hot dog soup. I like the salt.
I like the hot dog.
It's not as runny as it usually is.
What is she trying? I hope she gives me bigger teeth. Love big teeth. She loves big teeth. Even if it's just two eyes on a bunch of teeth.
It would be so nice.
Look, my new phone case. I love it! It's like I'm listening to the ocean. Wait, we don't have cell phones. I know I'm going to take it home and glue it to our landline. Hi! 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 Hi!
All right, here we go. IMDb summary. This one is not too bad, actually.
Oh.
It's one sentence, but it explains enough, I think. Lifelong friends Barb and Star embark on an adventure of a lifetime when they decide to leave their small Midwestern town for the first time ever. Which is about right.
Okay.
Obviously, there's more to it than that, but that's pretty good.
Yeah, the usual straight and narrow with them.
Yes. So, Ryan, you saw this trailer. And what did you think when you saw this trailer?
I was all in when I saw this trailer. I thought it was going to be great with the teaming of the Bridesmaids duo again, the writing pair, and looking forward to something to laugh and have a good time with. So why not? I figured, why can't it lightning strike twice?
Did lightning strike twice for you, my friend? What did you think?
No, there's a reason that saying is true. Lightning does not strike twice. At least not in the same area, because this was just the meanest miss ever. Like theater-wise, I would have, in this case, drove off because we can't go inside, or walked out in the middle of the movie because I just couldn't do it.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch. So my initial thought was this is an SNL skit turned movie. You know, how they usually...
Yes,
What's this like in the 90s, 2000s? They used to do a lot of that, take a lot of these popular SNL skits and just somehow manufacture them into movies. Like Night at the Roxbury.
World.
Yeah, Wayne's World, exactly. So I was expecting something like that. And I think we got a lot of that, but there's obviously more to it than that, which I found a little interesting. But overall, I thought it was okay. I didn't dislike it as much as you did. I maybe my expectations were sort of low. When I first started watching the movie, they were like down in the gutter. I think just maybe just to sort of like manage, the outcome. But
Yeah.
it was to
Eddie,
me it was okay.
it was
It was,
okay.
yeah, it was a very unexpected story. It's like a Austin Powers meets Night at the Roxbury. Like you're mentioning, I thought it was like a decent like palate cleanser, sort of. Forget about whatever's going on for a couple hours. I
Right.
did laugh a bit, and but it did have its cringy moments for sure.
Yeah, see, for me, it did take me out of whatever I was going on, only to just realize, like, what the hell am I watching and why? Like, I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy it while I was watching it. It was more of, I can't believe I have to sit through this, and now it's like, wow. And yeah, I get it. There were some funny moments, and a couple good scenes, I guess. But overall, to me, it just seemed like it was just a SNL skit that lasted 90 minutes.
Yeah, I was really worried that those characters would get old like really fast.
For me, they did. Like midway through,
Yeah.
just enough.
Yeah, I was sort of the opposite. I think they grew on me a little bit more the further I got into it. For whatever reason. I guess because some of the jokes were still hitting like
Huh.
midway and a little past that. So maybe that's what sort of like kept me into it. But like I said, I didn't dislike it as much as you did.
Best character.
Best character, Ryan. Who did you like and why? If if any, I guess. That sigh says a lot.
Yeah. I really don't have one for this one. I'm sorry.
No? Okay, yeah. You know what? I really didn't either.
Yeah, because no one really even sticks out either to
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my thought exactly. I think everyone sort of like played sort of a co-starring role, like a
Yeah,
lot of good co-stars put together. I thought most of them played their roles well. Um, yeah, much different than Bridesmaid, where easily Kristen Wiig stood out
right.
far and far beyond everyone else. But yeah, this didn't
No,
seem
but
like
even
that.
then, in that movie, at least someone owned a scene when it was their
Yeah,
scene. You know,
yeah,
this was more like just a little bit. I don't know. It seemed more like an improv skit type movie more than anything.
yeah, yeah. They were like more like reacting with
Exactly.
what was going on around them, rather
Right.
than like making waves or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't really have a favorite character. Maybe the Speedos guy. Do you remember the Speedo guy?
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah,
He was
you're right.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like him. For me, it took some time to warm up to everybody, and I liked a lot of the jokes with between Barb and Star, and that's about it. But no one stood out to me either.
Yeah, and I think what bugs me, I guess, about that is it's more than it becomes like, okay, we're watching a little comedy duo more than we're watching a movie. Like it's a back and forth thing more than it is about watching why we're there together or a plot. It just I don't know, it just seemed more just so acting, reacting, improv stuff. There was no direction, I don't think.
Worst character.
All right, moving on. All right. Okay, I'm interested to hear your take on the worst character. So I guess I got to start though. For me, it was Damon Wayans Jr.'s character. It says his name was Darley Bunkle. I thought
Yeah,
it was Charlie Bunkle, but I guess it's Darley. It's how they have it on credited. But anyways, okay, he wasn't bad in the movie, but they could have pushed that character a little bit more. It was a really like
I agree.
eccentric character, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But he lacked, I think, the showmanship. I think they would have been better off using sort of an SNL alumni that could probably pull that role off a little bit more, to add a little bit more, be more of a caricature, you
right.
know. I think he played it a little too straight, and they needed someone more over the top since he was so like weird, you know?
Yeah, if you're gonna go for it, go for it. You know,
Yeah.
you need a good matching with that. Yeah, and my see, and that's my thing for like worst character for me is it just goes to everybody because nobody stood out as a character that deserved to like really own the scene, and I couldn't get into anybody. Everybody's forgettable, and it's just more like even the whole movie is like I really can't wait to forget about that I ever watched this. I was let down. I was hoping for at least, I got some of the lines, I get it, but it just seemed. I mean, if you're gonna pay, you're gonna ask people to pay for, an extra price to watch the movie on top of everyone's premium and everything going with these days, and there's so many options. It's kind of like you really have to try and hit it out of the park, and for me, it just seemed like a miss. Like this could have been seen on any platform. Like it could have been a free YouTube movie for all I care, and I still wouldn't have like liked it. There's just no way that I think it deserved my time, much less my money.
Well, yeah. But hey, they're in the business to make money, so
Of course,
you
yeah.
gotta charge
Use-
for it.
right?
Yeah.
The scene.
Ryan, which scene did you feel made this movie?
I think it's hard to really pick one because you just get goes back and forth between it trying to be an awkward place and then all of a sudden it's a space movie. Then all of a sudden there's a quirky alien involved and there's romantic, love interests everywhere that just aren't going.
Wait. Quirky alien? Who's the alien?
At the top. Remember the with the
Yo
white.
Yo?
No, not Yo-Yo. No, it's not Yo-Yo. Remember,
Alien.
it's still Kristen Wiig.
She's the alien?
Yeah, in the beginning.
She's the alien. Explain this to me.
Remember the love interest that with the guy that he keeps trying to impress her and getting her on the phone. That he has to carry out the mission.
Edgar?
Yeah.
He's an alien?
No, he's not the alien, but he's in love with one.
Kristen Wiig's an alien?
But not.
I'm confused. What movie did you see?
There's a space feature in there, right?
A space feature? No.
What do you mean when they go into the tree and
That's kind of like more like a spy Austin Powers kind of feature, but not really a space alien.
all right, fair enough. I took it as space alien. She was a little too weird for me.
Well, she's not a space alien because she's from the United States. I mean, that's her whole
That is true. She did have
issue with, she grew up with like a skin disorder. She was made fun of, but she wasn't a space alien.
okay. Fair enough. The best scene was when I decided to turn it off. Best scene ever. Decision all week. I couldn't shut the TV off fast enough without that.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. All right, well, I thought the best scene was when Edgar ties Barb and Star thinking that they're spies. Do you remember that part in their hotel room?
Uh-huh.
And he starts explaining to them, why he's involved with this whole business. And they start to, wiggle out of their restraints, out of the rope. And they do this sort of like back and forth where he's talking about the situation and he turns away and they wiggle and then he looks back at them and they like sort of like nonchalantly try to like stay in place or whatever. I just thought that was like a really good like physical comedy situation there, and I don't know, I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean to me, but it's nothing that hasn't been done. Like I just was like, all right, like it was cool, but like I guess I was already
Yeah, that's funny. A lot of things have been done thousands of times and are still funny.
True.
So you just, I mean, I think probably by that point, because that was a little far in, you probably had enough of
Yeah,
of the movie. You're like, okay, next scene. Let's move on.
yeah. Like, hurry up. This is the longest 90 minutes of my
It
life.
was long. It was a long movie.
Right?
They had, I think they had like more sort of like jokes between Barb and Star than they did story.
That was yeah, exactly. That's my whole point of it. Like, it's just kind of like this is like a stage show. Like, it wasn't a movie.
yeah, it needed more story.
Worst scene.
Okay, Ryan, what did you think the worst scene was?
Uh, I mean, I think the worst thing every time they broke into like spontaneous musicals was it for me.
Hmm.
It just didn't seem like it any purpose behind it. It threw it in just to throw it in, and it wasn't even done
Yeah,
right. To go like to me, if you're gonna do it, go full ham. But don't throw in like a half-ass musical just to kind of be funny or whatever. Like it becomes annoying, and I don't know. I just thought like every time I saw it, I couldn't even get into it like a little bit. At least they're trying with this, Not that I like musicals or anything, but you can if you see a good one, you know a good one, and there was nothing good about this.
yeah. To me, that was another like comparison or similarity to Austin Powers.
Uh-huh.
Other than the sort of like the villain resembling like Doctor Evil and the layer resembling the layer, Doctor Evil's layer, and they also had some like random uh, music parts in that movie as well, and I think maybe that's why I didn't mind it as much because it felt like they were sort of paying homage to maybe Austin Powers,
No,
or I
I mean,
or because I've seen it before,
yeah.
I didn't mind it as much. You know
Well,
what I
when
mean?
they did it in Austin Powers, it was usually like a star. It was Beyonce, it was Britney, it was
Yeah,
someone big. It
yeah,
wasn't just a random character. It was
yeah,
really them dancing to stuff when it came to music. Like,
yeah. It was definitely like a Austin Powers watered down for sure.
right. No, this was like just, I don't know, ass water.
Toilet water.
Yeah, backwash, anything. All of it. It wasn't good. It's not water I want to hydrate with for sure.
Yeah. The worst scene I came up with was probably I don't know. I didn't to me all the scenes were either okay or hey, pretty good. I didn't feel there was anything too terrible. I mean, there was a lot of it where I think they could have done better,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I don't think I had a one really bad like moment just because it was so like such a quirky comedy. I don't know. It was hard for me to sort of
To really judge the bad because it's
it
already a bad subject.
yeah because it's supposed to sort of be bad,
Yeah,
because
I
that's
like
that's
that.
that's the it's bad funny, I guess, so
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I thought anyway.
bad funny is definitely a good way to describe this.
The message.
I thought it was a good decent palate cleanser, at least for me, my perspective. They don't really make movies like this anymore, do they? These
No,
off
right.
the wall quirky comedies.
No, yeah.
So in that perspective, it was nice to see this. I think Kristen Wiig needs to do more of these kind of movies, and less Wonder Woman being Cheetah and Wonder Woman. Yeah, because this is more of her wheelhouse. But it didn't have to be as long as it did, and especially because of how it seemed just like a long SNL skit.
Yeah,
Um,
I think if you're gonna go this crazy, you can only do crazy for so long before it starts to be like, oh my god, what am I doing to myself?
yeah, yeah, and if you're gonna do it, the story has to be sort of like
At least,
compelling and overwhelming.
right?
Overwhelming. The character actors that
Yeah,
are
give me a reason to
pretty
stay
repetitive. What do you think the message was?
home. The message was I needed to evaluate my decisions more. I don't know. I just thought that it was. I get so lost with it being such a letdown that I really couldn't focus on the right message. I guess it was trying to be, a good buddy comedy, but with the way it was just spread out all over with nobody sticking out, no real story. There, you don't get anything out of it. To me, it just seemed like it was just um, junk food for the brain. Like you're not going to get anything out of it other than
Right.
just loss.
Empty calories.
Totally empty calories, and no thanks.
The music.
All right. The music. I don't think. Well, I guess there was some. You mentioned the breakout in like little musicals.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
Well, the musicals were horrible. I thought, but I thought the theme was at least kind of like matching with it. Like at least it like kept it in the same theme. But I just thought they were just badly done.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, I don't think there was much there.
It's
The songs or the little musical parts were fine.
yeah,
It really felt like a non-factor
like the whole
to
movie.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Barbra Streisand was probably like in the beginning was probably like the best musical part of the whole movie.
Oh yeah, and then it goes downhill.
The looks.
All right. How did the movie look? I thought it was fine. It had a 90s like a 90s tropical Florida feel, which was interesting because I mean obviously it was set like in today's time because she had a cell phone case, right, that looked like an iPhone or
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and she kept
you
talking
know,
about that.
but in the beginning, Yo-Yo was riding his bike with a Walkman, and Edgar had a older looking sort of like sliding phone,
Yeah.
and the villain of the story, the Kristen Wiig villain, she had a what looked like a landline or like a cordless phone.
Yeah. Right.
So it was, it seemed like
And talking
it was
about
like
like drinks.
it was
Yeah.
stuck in the 90s, but today,
Yeah.
which I guess maybe in certain parts of Florida, that's probably how it is.
I have heard that about Florida.
What do you think, Ryan? How did it look to you?
Yeah, I think what I did like was if the colors were nice, like it was very bright. Like you totally do get that tropical sense of Florida, and
Scenery, nice scenery.
exactly good scenery, like nice views. Like I thought, and the matching colors of the crazy times. I thought it was more '90s vibe, like also, but then you're right. They have all this modern stuff, so I don't know. It's just to me, it just goes with more of how badly this was just directed to where like a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But otherwise, like you can watch it and it looks nice with colors.
The ending.
Ryan, what'd you think of the ending? Keep the party going, Ryan. Let's go. Let's go. We're almost there.
Yes, on there, right? No, I mean, to me, I was so just checked out of it to where I was like, oh, really? That's it? Well, I was more like not surprised that it ended like that. I don't know, because I was just watching the fire already burn at that point to where I'm like, didn't care how it ended. I was just so glad that it ended. Like, I was just not invested at all.
I thought the ending was a little bland. I think it could have been a little bit more dramatic, have like a bigger ending.
But that's the whole problem with the whole movie. Like, there was just nothing to really grab you to make you want to follow through with it. At least that's how I felt.
Yeah, the Reba McEntire character at the end, the Trish coming out of the water. It was. I mean, it was. I understand it was a callback to what they were talking about earlier, but it was really out of the blue and just like,
oh yeah, Trish,
and just like there it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Here she is. She saves everyone, and that's it. Deal with it. But you
Yeah.
know, could have been better.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
according to you, a lot of this could have been better.
yeah, shorten it. Maybe if they would have shortened it so we remembered the whole thing too. Like right at the beginning, they
Yeah.
had to deal with so much crap through the movie. It might have made
Right.
more sense, but yeah, that's why it was so just underwhelming to me. And I was like, yeah, well, I wasn't so surprised that it ended just like
Right.
Would you watch it again?
Do you think you'd watch it again? I think I know the answer to this question.
that. No.
No.
I don't even want to see it on the screen caption. I don't want to cross it. I don't want to watch a trailer. Like, I'm just, no, no, no.
Yeah, I don't think I'd watch it again either. But I wouldn't mind if somebody wanted to watch it and it'd be on, that'd be fine. But like I personally myself, if it was on TV or something, I'd surf somewhere else, or I wouldn't think about
Oh, I'm
searching for this
strongly
movie.
opposing wherever this is on. If this is on me, I am strongly opposing or leaving. Like, I just can't. Like, it's so bad that even next movie that they put together now, I'm just gonna have to step back and see. And wait.
You're gonna wait.
Yes, I'm not gonna
Okay.
be so gung ho about it.
The verdict.
All right, it's rating time. So, just to let you people know how we do the ratings, we base it on reels, 1 to 6 reels. 1 reel is garbage. 2 reels is not good. 3 reels is okay. 4 reels is 4 reels, and it's worth your time. 5 reels is great. 6 reels is basically a perfect movie. And Ryan, drum roll. What is your rating for this movie?
This is a flaming 1.
Flaming 1.
Yes, it is hot garbage. I don't want any part of this. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to smell it. No, thank you. Hot garbage.
Hot garbage. All right, I thought it was okay. If you're looking for this type of movie, there's probably if it's at 83%, I think there's a lot of people that would really dig this movie. So
I think it
if
was.
you're one of those people, you might like it. So I think I'd give it a 3 reels.
Yay!
That's it for Barb and Star. Go to Vista Del Mar. Now let's move on to some entertainment/movie news.
All right.
All right, first story. Ryan, knock knock.
Who's there?
It's Britney, bitch. So last week on FX they have a docuseries called New York Times Presents. This episode was called Framing Britney Spears.
So we looked into the Britney Spears meltdown at the time and how we were viewing mental health conditions. And especially for women of power or women in society, you can see the clear difference between the two about how one would be treated versus the other. What do you think, Eric?
To me, unfortunately, it seemed like it was the classic child star having trouble,
Star gone bad.
being in the, not a star gone bad, really. It's just how child stars are treated in the entertainment industry. How it's not really, it's really difficult, to be brought up as a child star. All the things that you have to go through, all the scrutiny, all the magnifying glass that gets put on you, all the decisions that you make, how they get blown up, and especially back then where there wasn't social media, so there was paparazzi everywhere, and
Anybody relied on.
yeah, there tabloids, and it's just really difficult being a child star, and not to and then just to add on top of that being a female.
Yeah, I think for me though, you can see the difference because Timberlake was a child star too, and the difference just in how the treatment about their personal life, what they're asked, how they're asked to appear, how they're asked to carry themselves. I think it just really makes us take a look at how, sexism we were living through at the time, and just not even realizing we were being a part of it. Because if we look at it now, even at the ages back then, it is kind of very disturbing to ask somebody in their teens about their sex life.
Yeah, and it's not just Britney Spears. There's a lot of other women. One that comes to mind is like Natalie Portman. You know, when she was like a kid in that what's that, the Professional movie, how she was being sexualized, you know, before she was, you know, when she was a kid, and it's gross, and it's just another, you know, long line of sad stories, you know, of you know, children or young women in this industry. I mean, you know, I'm sure there's boys and stuff that, you know, go through it too, and they come out, you know, not well. You know,
AC incident, you know, from a couple years ago. Like there's always stuff coming out, and it's sad that in the industry constantly. Well, I'm glad actually that this industry is being exposed for that now, and that we can try and at least be more aware about these situations and do something about it.
Yeah, and just recently, Justin Timberlake released an apology, saying he apologized to his ex Britney Spears and to Janet Jackson, but it's like, it's a little late.
Yeah.
How many years has it been? And you know, he only apologizes when there's pressure. You know, I mean, to me, I never liked Justin Timberlake. I always thought he was, you know, I'm not a pop music guy, but he always just seemed like just a huge tool that's just basically out there doing what people think he should be doing. You know, he didn't seem like he has sort of like his own voice.
Sure. That is a good way to compare him. Yeah, he has a and like, yeah, I did like him, but no, you had dead nose because you didn't know what personality he had. You know, I just like his beats with Timberland. You know, that wasn't really it, but you didn't know what he was or who he really was down to earth. Like all of a sudden he was a country boy like later, and it's like,
who are you, man? or who are they telling you to be?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily, from what it looked like, her mom is really on her side. She has lawyers. She's able to fight, you know, someone in court, and I think they just the courts just ruled that her father must be a sort of has to share power with her custody. I guess he was looking for more power handling the financials, but
he does have to co-concern.
Yeah.
With,
exactly. Well, I guess the bank or something, but that's good. That's in the direction I think that she wants, and hopefully.
I mean, as soon as this can get fixed, the better, because to any adult to have this situation in her, with as much as she's done and the sound decision that she can clearly make on her own, it's just kind of ridiculous that the legal system and someone else can just take over your life like that and just be able to take over. Because as crazy as other male actors or, you know, singers or whatever have acted, this has never come into play for them. They just let them have their moment, and it's just, you know, a little sad to see.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of actors and singers that have gone off the deep end, and they go to rehab.
Right.
And they, you know, they go to rehab, they get out, and, you know, you don't hear anything about this sort of thing for them.
Right, so it's okay.
So it's definitely like a double standard, and you know, hopefully people this sheds some light, and people learn, and people listen, and things change.
Yep.
All right, from a fun story to another fun story.
Good times.
Gina Carano.
Happy hour.
It's happy hour. So Gina Carano has been let go from Disney's Star Wars, The Mandalorian, or I guess it depends how you look at it, because I mean she fulfilled her episode 2 contract. She won't be brought back for episode 3, so it's not like they were filming and she got canned. They're just not.
Yeah, they just didn't renew her contract.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, it's not like she was a pleasure to be on set from what everything I kept reading anyways. Mm-hmm. So you have to think that they're not going to keep anyone they don't have to, especially nowadays when you have to be careful about what you say and what you do, and not, be so hard on a certain subject. Just be easygoing about certain things.
Yeah, she has a history of making these controversial social media posts, and they gave her, I think they gave her all the chances in the world, and she
Right.
couldn't help herself. I mean, she was
And
anti-vaxxer, anti-mask. She was,
exactly.
I guess, sharing some transphobic tweets, and then
It's like you're working for Disney.
yeah,
Like, you can't be doing that no matter what. You have to realize who you work for. Yeah, I get it. You want your freedom and stuff, but there comes with consequences with that. And if you're an actor, you're getting paid based on your image. So your image better match what you're being paid for. Otherwise, you're gonna be gone. I just hate that it's so like, oh, my rights are being stripped or whatever. Well, you don't have a right to be an actor. Like, that's not a must. That's a choice.
yeah, and everyone knows, what comes along with being an actor. It's having a good public image, because you're
Right.
also, the people that are paying you, you're also representing them. So
You need sponsors. Everybody got to get paid.
if you're causing trouble, you're making your employer look bad, then you got to go. It's as simple as that. I don't understand all the fake rage and the cancel culture kind of thing. This isn't
Yeah,
canceling.
like, no,
This is a business decision
this
more
is
than
a
anything.
on set.
Yeah, yeah, and then even Pedro Pascal was sort of trying to come to her side, before the last tweets,
Tried. Yeah.
but it didn't work. So,
It's, to me, you still have a boss. No matter how powerful you think you are, you have someone to answer to. Everybody does. And it better go within alignment. Otherwise, you can be gone.
yeah, exactly. But hey, I heard that she's fighting back because she signed on to do a new movie with a conservative talking head that's basically just trying to cash in, and like even made her like a promo code for like his for some
This is
kind of
crazy.
promotion that he's trying to release, which is
Yeah, it's so pathetic, so ridiculous. I think it's Shapiro that's behind it. That's
Yeah.
helping her. And
yeah, I don't like to talk about I don't talk about names, but
well, I mean, it said it.
yeah. Ugh, I just don't like to give people any promotion when they don't deserve it.
Oh, I don't look at it as promotion. I look at it as we need to shit up this guy.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, so I guess he's trying to cash in, and I don't know how far that's gonna go. I mean,
It's not gonna go anywhere
it's not gonna go anywhere. Yeah.
yeah, who's gonna produce it? Who's gonna get behind it when it comes to real money? And who's gonna watch it? Who's gonna pay to watch it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And I think a lot of it feels like this is just going backwards to whatever they're gonna produce. And we're clearly on another step going forward. We're trying to move on, and we just need to let things go.
All right, next story. Disney reportedly has 4 weeks to decide on the Black Widow release date. They're still planning on releasing it in traditional movie theaters, but that could change. Yeah, there were rumors that it might be released on Disney Plus, but
Right, I remember hearing that.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I thought you'd be a part of.
yeah, but they haven't. There's no confirmation on that. I guess because they're still trying to wait it out. But they can easily just, delay it. The vaccine's out, so hopefully
I think,
hopefully by this summer, late summer, maybe we'll start to see some movement on this. And I think they're hoping on a big payday with this movie. So it looks like I wouldn't be surprised that they're gonna just delay it again.
Yeah, and I think it would be smart because clearly they saw the numbers that Wonder Woman got and how much attention, and they can capitalize right now. So just delay it to when people can go out and, get the most out of what you can. Who cares about waiting a little longer? We've been waiting already. It's a little bit longer. As long as it's done right, I think the audience will more than forget them.
All right, let's do one more story. Donald Glover and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yes, this is a good story.
Yes. So on Instagram stories, they announced that they're co-creating and co-starring in the reboot of the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon.
Yeah, which I think is awesome because the first movie was good, but I think the chemistry with Glover right here is going to be great. Like, I just can't wait to see it again. And it's a good movie that I wish got a sequel and more attention.
Yeah, I really liked the Angelina Jolie Brad Pitt. They made a really good sort of duo.
Yeah.
But it was more actiony. They did have a little bit of comic relief, but it was more actiony. This
Right.
one seems it's going to be probably more comic relief than action, but still,
Like
it's
a Rush Hour type of feel.
yeah, but it's still going to be. I think it's going to be a really smart show. Is it going to be a show or is it going to be a movie?
I thought it was going to be a movie.
Yeah, well, either way, I think it looks
If
good.
it's a
Can't
show,
wait.
hey, I'll take more of the show. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think it's gonna be good. Like, it's exactly. It's gonna be a lot more fun. This looks like with this duo. And lastly, we have a segment where we're gonna be going over what we're checking out on the side, maybe stuff that we're watching besides our big movie reviews. Right now, there's a big fun one that Eric and I got our attention. It's a crime scene documentary. Eric, what's it called again?
It's called Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. It's a 4-episode mini docuseries, and so far, it's pretty damn riveting.
Right? Yeah, it's really gripping. Like, it's just gets you right away. That's what I like about it. I've only caught like the first episode, and it's just very, very chilling. And you're just once you're in, you're in.
Right. So what it's about is there's this hotel in downtown Los Angeles called the Cecil Hotel, and it's a pretty shady hotel. There's a lot of things that have gone on in this hotel, including drug overdoses, lots of crime stabbings, lots of prostitution, and I think the story that they're focusing on is a lone traveler from Canada, a female that disappears. They don't know where she went. This hotel and the area that's in has a big reputation of being fairly dangerous in Skid Row, where there's a lot of
Right.
homeless.
Right.
There's a lot of crime in the area.
Yeah.
I don't know why people would want to go to this hotel, but
She's a smart student too, right? Like, she had a real promising career and stuff. Like, from what
yeah, I guess she wanted to travel. Well, what's interesting too is that she had a Tumblr blog that basically she was updating daily. So there is a lot of information on sort of what she was doing at the time. But as far as her disappearance, they didn't have a lot to go on. They just had a 4-minute video of her in an elevator acting strangely, pushing all the buttons.
Yeah, with her looking out and like
Looking out. Yeah, very, very strange, manner of acting. And it's, I don't know, I'm just interested of how this is going to end. Because I do remember the story. So I guess I don't want to spoil it for the people, but.
Yeah. But it's just nice to get more details about, such a big thing that, we got to see a part of being out here, and to see that on screen is just pretty cool. Like, I think they're doing a really good job describing everything.
Yeah. So far, so good. So we'll keep you guys informed on that one, and yeah, if you have a chance, watch it. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. If you want to drop us a line, you can email us at realstreamers@gmail.com. You can reach us on Twitter @realstreamers or on Instagram @realstreamers. Ryan, thank you so much. This was fun.
Yep, another great time.
Not a great time watching the movie, but a great time talking about it, I suppose.
Exactly. At least that's what I would do.
All right, sounds good. So until next time, thank you everybody. See yas.
Alrighty, bye.
This has been another episode of Real Streamers with Eric and Ryan.